for the top 10 sneakers of 2023? No, actually, a shout for the top 5. New Balance just can't seem to get it wrong. They find that fine line between retro and modern and just aquaplayed along it constantly. The 9060 silhouette is no exception. This silhouette features in my top 10 New Balances of 2023. Go click the link to check that bad boy out. And also features in my top 5 sneakers for spring. Today I'm excited because I am bringing you arguably the best example of a 9060 out there. The collaboration between New Balance and Bricks and Wood. Let's move into it. What's up, gang? It's your boy, it's your dog, it's your brother from another mother, aka the sneaker surgeon, aka Dr. Vassell, coming back again today with some more heat. Before we do that though, log into your socials and follow at Dr. Vassell for a ton of sneaker content and some general banter. In addition, I know I ask a lot, help your boy to continue to grow by moving that mouse over to that like button, and whilst you're there, why not just click that subscribe so you don't miss future Crep Check content? Because it's that helps me to continue to bring you this shizzle. With that out of the way, who exactly are or is Bricks and Wood? Well, Bricks and Wood is a streetwear apparel brand founded in 2014 in LA, whose ethos is based on storytelling through manufacture, design, and collaboration. They have everything from lighters to quirky tees and everything in between. Now, these were released for the recommended retail price of $200. That is £180 here in the UK, and were sold out almost immediately. With some of these sizes already reselling on the dark web, that is the reseller market, in excess of $250. The box is lit. Just take a look. This box helps to really enrich the unboxing experience. With the box made up of a cream backdrop, on the lid we have quite a beautiful design. We have the 9060 in a bold, quite dashing lime green, which is encircled by bricks and wood. The red bricks have a shimmery effect to them, so they pop again against the backdrop of this box. We also notice that in that pattern you'll see the twigs and green leaves. Finished with a rose at either side of the lid, it just helps this box to really stand out, and this pattern continues around all panels of the lid. The difference is on the panels of the lid that the detail is slightly embossed, so you get a texture from it as well as it shimmering. Posteriorly on the box, we have written in a light green, by Bricks and Wood in collaboration with New Balance. We also have this, like, I'm going to call it a tent, which is on both sides of the box. Anteriorly, we have the New Balance logo in a light green, and then we have the size tag, which reads my size, a UK 11, a US 11.5 with the code U9060BW1. So, unboxing. Oh, this box still has so much more to give. So before we look inside, we will see that the lid itself has more. It tells you New Balance. We have that same detail that's found on the outside of the lid, and it tells you by Bricks and Wood. So much detail has just gone into the box, and I love that. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. When we now peer inside the box, we have white tissue paper, which has the New Balance by Bricks and Wood and the 960 with the same pattern, enriching it in light blue, the same pattern that was found on the lid. It comes with not one, but 2 extra pairs of laces, with these laces glistening when the light catches it. But I'm not going to lie to you, the standout feature for this sneaker is the laces that it comes laced with. So it's very unlikely that these laces are ever going to see the light of day. Now let's reveal it. And when we do, there we go. Let your boy know down in the comments section what you guys are thinking. Are these a hit or are they a miss? Are you going to hit the dark web to cop yourself some? Or are you going to let this one, I was going to sing Walk On By, but I think I'll spare you guys. No, I'm still going to do it. Walk on by. My excuse is I got a cold, so there you go. My first impressions are simple. These are on a whole new level. The color palette is beautiful. The materials are mwah. out of this world. And now we come to the outsole, and the outsole has that chunky, old school, retro dad sneaker vibe going through it. With these 6 panels based around the pressure / contact points of your foot, with this kind of cement feel and look to them. With a cream undertone, and you may be able to appreciate on the camera the flecks of blue and red that are seen throughout, centered around this green diamond with a further detail of etched lines and circles. Almost feels wrong to have to walk on them. Between those, what I'm going to call islands, we have the New Balance embossed in the center in cream. Deep breath, because we are going to cover a lot. Looking laterally on this sneaker, we will start at the outsole. We have the cream outsole with the flex that I previously mentioned, which goes into the cream midsole. The wavy midsole pattern you can see there reminds me of waves, looks lovely, and is very, very spongy under fingers. We can't miss out the fact that they have splashed in some lime green, which I feel like shouldn't work, but it does, and that is really spongy and soft under your fingers. Above that portion of outsole and between the upper, we have the midsole, and the midsole is nice and soft and has an abrupt switch in color. It goes from that gray to a more lighter off-white anteriorly, with some etching detail in it, which is just giving this sneaker so much texture. And again, this just feels super, super spongy underneath my fingers. I don't think I've spent this much time on the side of a sneaker. Actually, I think the last time I did, it was also a pair of New Balance. Go check that review out if you fancy spending a long time looking at just one side of a sneaker. Laterally, we've got about 4 to 5 different types of suede, which ranges from hairy to the smooth. And they all maintain that premium suede feel and look, boasting different shades of cream and beige. Mwah. These panels add depth, a ton of depth as a matter of fact, and the stitching of these panels is very unobtrusive and beautifully accentuates each panel. Moving on to the New Balance N, it is lovely. Again, the top part is made of a beautiful soft suede, which is encapsulated by this silver reflective detail, which captures the light and bounces back at you, further accentuating, further contrasting and allowing that New Balance N to pop. Anteriorly, the trend is that the suede is slightly smoother and lighter, with it being rougher and darker posteriorly. We have this mesh detail, which I'm going to come on to explain when we get to the anterior portion of the sneaker, and also this plastic rim here, which I'm also going to talk about when we get to the back of the sneaker. Medially now, I'm used to saying there's not too much different from the lateral aspect. If I did here, I'd be lying. It's very different. From the midsole to the very tip of the upper, it's different. Still boasting that wavy midsole pattern that looks really lovely with this sneaker, giving it that chunky dad vibe retro feel. The split between the colouring of the midsole isn't as abrupt as it is on the lateral aspect because it's broken up by the wavy element of the midsole. And on that portion of the midsole, you will notice it's bragging and boasting about its comfortable absorb technology. Again, the midsole boasts lots of etching and detail that helps give this sneaker more and more texture, like it needed it. We have a ton of different panels, all boasting different textures of suede, quite similar to that of the lateral side. But a big difference on the medial side is the New Balance N. As you will notice, the New Balance N is formed of 2 different types of suede that fuse together in the middle, which is actually similar to what it is on the lateral aspect, but it's covered up on the lateral aspect by the New Balance N. Medially, you will notice also, to help further accentuate that, there are some cream line stitches that go across it, all adding to that detail, adding to the texture and finessing the sneaker beautifully. We still have this mesh detail that I'm going to talk about that is reflective. Anteriorly, we have the upturning of the outsole with the embossed N. And then when we come to the toe tip, we notice that various panels of the suede all come together at that point, kind of giving me spider web vibes. And then we hit this mesh, and the mesh is amazing. It reflects light on another level. It gives the sneaker 2 characters, the daytime character and the nighttime reflective character, which just is levels. And beneath it, we have a breathable mesh upper. Now, I've got to say, as I mentioned, a standout feature for me of this sneaker are the fluffy laces. They are amazing. And I've got to be honest with you, I love these fluffy laces. They're in another sneaker that's been released this year, the Year of the Rabbit Jordan 1s, and they look amazing on them too. They got me thinking that actually I'm going to try and cop some of these fluffy laces and see what other sneakers I can throw them in and kind of jazz them up. But like I said, with this sneaker, it just sits beautifully. Another tonal cream, and it gives a sneaker that has got bags of character even more. The eye stays are flush with the sneaker made of suede, for which the fluffy laces move in and out of beautifully. The tongue itself inferiorly boasts some more of that reflective mesh, and as we progress up, we hit back into suede with the New Balance 9060s stitched in a grey with kind of an Oreo cookie backdrop, popping beautifully. The posterior portion of this tongue brings another colour. It drops a baby blue, and you will see, hopefully if I can get into focus, the New Balance on the back there, and it says bricks and wood. Features a nice amount of cushioning, and I must confirm these are really, really comfortable. They are not a light sneaker by any mention of the fact, but I have no intention in doing anything other than walking lightly in these. The collar itself and the walls is made up of that baby blue like I mentioned, and an abrupt change into that grey. The insole has kind of camo vibes, made up of different hues of pixelated browns and greens. It looks really, really nice. With the right foot boasting that little tent that you might see there in white, and the other foot bragging that this is a bricks and wood collaboration. Posteriorly again, what can I say apart from beautiful? The detail in this sneaker is crazy. What they've done at the back here is almost create the illusion that this sneaker has been made up of two separate sections and stuck together. We have the green detail in the midsole laterally, and then just the normal cream midsole on the medial aspect, coming into this lovely grey portion here, which is nice and cushioned and gives lots of support and structure. Then we hit that detail that I was talking about earlier. This plastic band that goes round the sneaker is on another level. Bricks and Wood and New Balance have just smashed the optics. It creates a magnified window effect and looks so nice. Beneath it you see this kind of Oreo-like detail. Like I'm so stunned still just at how clear it is. Then as we go up, you may be fooled into thinking that's it. But no, it is not. Those two pieces of suede are in fact curtains. And when we lift those curtains, it reveals this, more bragging, which these guys are entitled to do. By Bricks and Wood in collaboration with New Balance in quite a bold grey. Moving up, we have that tent detail right at the top with more plush, hairy suede, and then we hit that light blue, the baby blue of the collar. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think this is a sneaker of the year contender? What are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are simple. I think I stumbled on one of the sneakers of the year. It has plush materials, innovative design, crazy features, fluffy soft laces, and bags of comfort. These bad boys are on fire. But like I said, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. People, it's been a wave as always. We out and back. Peace.